Time for the most generic video of my entire YouTube career. Prepare yourselves. So, a Rainbow Six Siege operator tier list. Oh, I bet you've never seen any of those before. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. First result. Tier list. I can already see that where this is gonna get interesting. Let's see how many we can find. Bam. How many of them are gonna have a thumbnail with this stupid website? For the record, this is HTML modded because programming flex. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see. That looks like a 3. Come on. I saw a whole bunch more when I looked it up on my phone. Anyways, pointless. I'm gonna go the way I'm doing it, instead of having it just all of it in S to F, is having attackers and defenders separate, just having A, B, C, and D. Because having both attackers and defenders on one chart, I don't think is right. Because if we're gonna say Monty here is on the same tier as, for example, no, if I were to say, for example, Thermite's on the same tier as Mute, that's essentially saying a Nitro Cell is just a breach charge. It's not. I'm in Copper 4, and even I know that. Okay, without further ado. Okay, cool. I'm already hesitant to do this stupid crap. Anyways. Ash. I hear she has a very high pick rate in competitive. I can imagine why. She deletes walls like nobody else. Maybe these two are on par with the shotgun, but nobody really runs that, so for the time being, #1 deleter of walls. So otherwise, her two primaries are pretty solid. RIP R4C users with the ACOG. However, R4C users aren't gone just yet, because those were some of the best iron sights in the game. So I'm going to give Ash a solid B. Like, pretty heckin' useful. It's also important to note that I would have put Ash in A, except Ash is definitely not an operator that's fun to fight against by any means. Ash, I tend to find, is usually the one operator that gets the most BS kills on me, so that's why it's B and not A. Okay, Blackbeard. He could be great to play, he could be anything, but Blackbeard and Blitz here, 2 in a row, as 2 of the most unfun to play against in the whole game. We do have this and this too, but Blackbeard's almost unanimously horrible to fight against because of the stupid rifle shield. They can't nerf that enough to make it fun to fight against. As long as it means you can deny headshots, it's gonna be unfair. Personally, I love his DMR, love it to death, but I really can't put him above C, because every time I die to a Blackbeard, it's just, I can't believe you've done this. Anyways, Blitz. I know a lot of people really hate fighting blitzes, but I don't. I find shield operators not a bad matchup with anyone really. It's just people don't like getting flashed across the map and all that kind of stuff. It's also something maybe worth noting that a lot of people I've seen who hack play Blitz. Don't know why, because the P12's kind of bad. Like, there are definitely better pistols out there, but I don't know why. I think it's because of the flash and the shield. Basically gives them everything they need if their aim is on par. Anyways, I'm gonna give Blitz. Well, also Blitz doesn't really do much for the team. He's mainly meant for rushing in, flashing everyone, and then, well, he's not very team dependent, so he can be good independently and have a good effect on the team. So I'm gonna put him as a solid C. Do understand that? No, I'm gonna put a B. Okay, Buck. Now, Okay. I love Buck. I'm not good at him, but Buck is a very simple operator. He's got a DMR, a assault rifle, but both of those have an underbarrel shotgun. I think, and also a pretty decent pistol with the Browning High Power. Anyways, I like shotguns. Always have. Anyways, this simple combination of a rifle and a shotgun, also with frags, makes Buck one of the most versatile operators ever. You need simple breaching, Buck's shotgun. You need sniping, Buck, because Glaz is getting nerfed into the bowl. You need a meme kill montage. You got the underbarrel shotgun again. Terrorist hunt. You got the pistol. You got the pistol. Yup. He's basically he covers all the bases. Also, basketball. I'll probably do a video on that someday. Where you blow a little hole into a sight window if there is one, and then just yeet, and then have your whole team yeet frags into the sight. It's beautiful. If Jaeger's good, you're screwed. If Jaeger's not good, you win. Anyways, I'm gonna have to put Buck as an A. He is hecking solid. Capitao. I'm gonna give that a pass for now. I gotta reconsider that. Capitao is interesting. Dokkaebi. I don't have Dokkaebi. There's no one I hate to fight against more than Dokkaebi. So I think I'm gonna put Dokkaebi in exactly where she belongs. Ugh. Her assault rifle is just average. I just don't even like talking about Dokkaebi. It's just cancer. It's basically pulse on attack if you have headphones on. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Can we delete her? Okay, Finka. Everyone likes having a Finka on their team, I think, unless they're throwing. The boost can be so bloody invaluable. It eliminates recoil. It heals everyone on the team. It can res them all. Like, if you're on your own and everyone's down, you press 3 and you can literally win the game. Pretty invaluable. However, Finka is not incredibly fun to fight against, being a Spetsnaz operator with the ability to heal himself. I'm gonna give Finka an A. I'm probably gonna regret that. I'm probably gonna get a few people triggered. Okay, Fuse. Fuse is legendary, but there is an entire game mode that literally makes him a thrower no matter what he does. So C you go. Glaz. Used to be attacker's version of Pulse, as in basically just the wallhack sniper. Now he's kind of nothing because they nerfed him to crap. So I'm gonna put the toilet bowl in the toilet bowl. Nibbana. Yes, that is exactly how it looks. Yep. Anyways. Makes not as big of, doesn't make as big of fucking holes as Thermite does. The shotgun has like next to no recoil. It's kind of funny. She kind of yeets it around. I love the bearing 9 to death. Anyways, is Hibana good? Basically, yeah, kind of the made in China version of Thermite. Can be pretty useful when in places where Thermite isn't. For example, if you don't need a really big fucking hole, you go for Hibana. And I'm trying. Like, sometimes I struggle to figure out times that you actually need a really big fucking hole. Granted, Thermite's pretty dank. I'm gonna put Hibana over here. By the way, the attackers and defenders bar is actually an S. So, yeah, I've yet to put someone in S. IQ. IQ's weird. Detects electronics. It's cool. The LMG is cool. Both of her assault rifles have really jank recoil. And there's no amount of attachments you could put on to make that recoil less jank. It's just weird. IQ is just weird. I'm gonna slap IQ over in the B. Jackal. Love Jackal. Denies roamers. Check. Has an SMG on attack. Check. That SMG is a good SMG. Check. Has a massive magazine. Has a pretty decent assault rifle with very little recoil. Check. Is the only operator in the game where you can go double shoddy, like double pump shoddy. Yeah. We've also got all of our bases covered. However, it is good to mention that his entire ability can be kind of like, once you shoot Jackal, it basically flashes you because it just fills your headset with mute jammers essentially. Okay, I will be right back.
What? What is?
Okay, gamers and gentlemen, I am back. So, Jackal, I'm gonna have to put in A. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to put him. Yeah, I'll put him in A. He's pretty solid. Lion. Lion's gonna top my list for being really unfun to fight against, because his vectors kind of rivals all the SAS operators' brat machine, being the SMG-11. However, it is good to note. Well, also his ability is kind of a beginner trap in a sense, because if you don't know what it does, you're gonna get pinged. However, it also it gets you in a lot of forks, because if you're going up against Lion and people are about to start doing a rush and then an EU1D starts tracking, you either stand still and have to fend off a rush without being able to move, or you move, you get pinged and risk getting picked off. So it puts you in a lot of forks, so it's really, really unfun to fight against. However, when the team isn't coordinated, it kind of becomes useless because you can't put people in forks when your team isn't set up to do that combo. So I'm gonna have to put Lion in the D because there's really nothing going for him unless the team's really coordinated. Maverick. So I guess on the scale of Maverick, Hibana, and Thermite, he makes the smallest fucking holes. Now, his guns, every single one of them is good. I don't have them. Every single one of them is good. I'm gonna go over the ones here that are on this list that I don't actually have. I don't have Finka, Lion, Dokkaebi, or Maverick, him, or Zofia. Anyways, I've seen plenty of people play them. My buddy's a Zofia main. From what I've seen, Maverick's guns are pretty freaking solid. His ability is, well, you're not gonna fool me with it because I hear you. I hear you. If I'm anchoring, I'm gonna hear you when you're putting that blowtorch in the wall. I will find you and I will kill you. Anyways, also in a sense, kind of his ability is a bit of a beginner trap, but I think he's really, really valuable to a team. Whether they're coordinated or not, he can pick off a few heads. So I'm gonna put him in A. Capitao, we're going to go back to him now. Kind of in the same position as Lion, except Capitao isn't unfun to fight against. I'm going to put him in B. Because for Capitao to be very useful, he either has to be really good, or he has to have a very coordinated team. Because the fire doesn't take up a whole room. Otherwise, it will be OP, and it wouldn't require coordination at all, because it would be OP. Now, sorry, I'm sick. Anyways, Capitao also has a very odd item set. I like the Para 308. Most people don't. The fire is a little ineffective if it's not well, like, if it's not planned out where you're putting it. The smokes, they're smokes. They're smokes, okay? He's cool and all, but he is definitely a niche. Monty, one of my mains on attack. Needs a coordinated team. If you use the P9, then your team's okay. Maybe your team won't expect it, but I will. But if you're gonna go with the P9, every single one of your kills better be a headshot because the pistol is so garbage otherwise. Oh wait, no, actually no. It has like the lowest recoil in the game. So if you can't control the recoil, yeah, go for the P9. Except, like, it takes a whole clip of the P9 to kill someone. So don't shoot if you're not going to get a headshot with the P9. Don't use the P9. Use the revolver, please. Now, if you use the revolver, you got to have good aim. You only have 6 shots. I kind of religiously don't use lasers, so in that case, my recommendation is ADS when it's safe. Hip fire if you're being a meme. However, putting a laser on it, I hear his hip fire accuracy is really heckin' good. I'm gonna have to put him in B. Nomad. I feel like I'm not in a place to say whether Nomad's good or not. I really never see anyone play her. Her ability sounds cool. Heat grenades sound awesome. Her guns seem pretty cool as well. I just don't see much of her. Also, pissing on people is cool. I'm gonna put her C. I'm not really in any place to. It doesn't even matter. Sledge. He's good. He's really good. whether you're running one of the best shotguns in the game, being the M590A1. Okay, the M590A1 deserves a video of its own. It's basically the best all-around shotgun in the game. Sue me. I swear it is the best. It's got, okay, for one, its damage is rock solid. 2, it's got a pretty decent clip size. 3, it's, oh my god, it's I know all shotguns can really usually put on the same iron sights. I mean, put on the same sights, but this shotgun's iron sights, whew, they are good. Probably one of the best iron sights in the game. The M590A1 is just unrivaled almost. Okay. However, he also has the Brat machine. And while Sledge isn't my one of my mains on attack, Thatcher is. Sledge is good. Whether you're coordinated or not, he can get stuff done. Oh boy. You know, I think I'm going to put him up here. Put this up here. This here. Yeah, that's about fair. Okay. Thatcher is... I kind of feel bad for maining Thatcher. Okay, let's just go down that list of how much he denies. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see just how much this guy, this absolute lad. Look at this. This is what he can counter. like that's a lot of stuff. You can put him in any match, and he's going to make himself hecking useful, unless you're me, because I'm kind of garbage. Bam. S tier, easy. I think I'm gonna have to reconsider my placement of actually I don't think this is bad at all. This is a pretty decent tier list. I cannot stress enough that Buck is absolutely the most versatile. Twitch. Rest in peace, shock drones. You can only kill one person now with both of them. They can remove lots of gadgets, but that also requires you to be really good at aiming with them, and that takes a lot of practice. The F2 is good. I don't like fighting against it. I'm gonna put Twitch here. The biggest effing hole in the game. Thermite has one of my favorite shotguns in the game. Has a deceptively good assault rifle. The FBI SWAT sidearms are both really good. Yes, I'm gonna say the 5.7 is good. It's kind of like the P9, where if you land, if you are confident in your headshot capabilities, go for it. Now, this boy can be completely denied by Mutant Bandit and Kaid. So it's kinda, and like you're usually gonna find at least one of these three on any team. So in a lot of situations, he actually can't use his ability. His weapons kind of save him, but he's gonna have to slap. I'm gonna have to slap him over here. Okay, Ying. Also really weird. On paper, Ying is pretty legendary. In practice, Ying is a C tier. Zofia. Zofia is pretty hecking solid. Zofia's impacts and concussions are a very useful tool. Withstand might be the greatest meme I've ever seen. Can prove itself invaluable at times. I might have to put her in A. Recruit on attack. I'm gonna have to put recruit. I'm gonna have to put attacking recruit as a C. Recruit's generally not a good idea, but if you know what you're doing, he's the most customizable essentially. It's good to note that M870s are recruit exclusive on attack, and it's statistically the best shotgun in the game with the highest rate of highest rate of fire for a pump shotgun and the highest damage of any shotgun besides the ITA-12S. Except it's actually got a decent clip size this time. So recruit's kind of whatever the hell you want him to be. I could put him anywhere, but I think I'm going to average him out here because statistically this is kind of a downgrade from everyone else he can be an imposter of. Okay. Lion does not belong in D. Okay. All right. Ying's shotgun's terrible. Ying's sidearm is amazing. Geez, I'm conflicted. I think this is fine. Okay. Defender time. Valkyrie. Gonna have to skip that. Vigil. His ability is hecking useless except for in preparation phase. His Boss G is a 2-shot DMR. His K1A his Kia is pretty solid. I don't know. I think his guns kind of make him a little unfun to fight against, but Also, it's kind of respectable when he died to a boss G. I'm going to have to put him in C. He's alright. Alibi. I'm going to give that a pass to Bandit. His ability is kind of an essential one. It electrifies walls, denies anyone who puts down a charge, a fuse, brimstone, any of those. It's pretty invaluable. Damages people who happen to stumble into it. Pretty valuable. Has an M870. Pretty good. Is a 3-speed. Pretty good. Has a SMG that is, despite not having an ACOG anymore, pretty good. His pistol's kind of crap. The sights are terrible. Nitrocell and barbed wire, especially with him, are both good assets. I don't think you can really go wrong with Bandit. I'm going to put him as an A. Okay, Valkyrie. Cameras, they're good. It kind of is a shame that it kind of ruins them when some moron scans with them. I have Valkyrie, but I very infrequently play her. I just don't like her playstyle, honestly. MPX is a pretty dank SMG. Spaz 12 doesn't hold a candle to the MPX at all. I'm gonna put her as a B. Never mind. A. Caveira. Every scrub loves complaining about Caveira. For the reasons of, I think, her pistol being way too high for a suppressed pistol, way high damage for a suppressed pistol, and her interrogation. I think interrogation is unrealistic, because if I were up at knife point and someone asked me where is everyone, I'd probably just accept death, because I'll probably die anyways, and then give her something useful. Anyways, this past 15's kind of just there. Her SMG is, I think, pretty unfun to fight against. It's pretty balanced, honestly. I just run into a lot of bullcrap kills with it. Anyways, I'm going to put Cav as a B. A. Yeah, interrogation is pretty useful. Alibi. Best SMG in the game, I'd argue. So would my buddy who also made Sophia. Despite the Prismas probably appearing as though they're a beginner trap, they aren't. If you can place them in a place that looks convincing, they will definitely be convincing, and you'll definitely either get pings, or you'll be able to deny. You're going to be able to deny areas, which is very useful. So Alibi gets a solid A. Clash. Unfun to fight against. Kind of requires a ton of coordination and be useful at all. C. Doc. A good doc is so high in the tier list, it's in like double S here in the attacker's D. So, a bad doc either can't aim the stim pistol, only heals himself, dies in a minute. Doc's basically a parallel of Medic and TF2. Everyone depends on him, but he's not guaranteed to be dependable. However, I have faith in Docs. They're good. When someone picks Doc on your team, you know you're gonna have a good time. I think. Unless it's a P90. It's a good gun. Just generally has a tendency of being a bit of a WM1 machine, so I'll just leave that be. I'm going to put this up close to the end of the list here. Alright. Oh geez, my two mains in a row. Alright. Echo. Drones are good. MP5 SSD is the best version of the MP5, arguably. It has the bearing 9. That's a plus. Yeah, he's solid. Ela used to be amazing. The Scorpion got humongous recoil boy, and then Ela became kind of commonly thick and not commonly picked. So, bam. Frost. Looks like a beginner trap. Can be hidden well. The shotgun's kind of just a meme more than it is anything else. I despise the C1 more than anything. Go for D. Okay. Let me explain myself on the C1. Extended barrel C1. I died to that so many times. The damage is high. This fire rate isn't that high. I don't know why I die to it so many times, but I swear it is the bane of my existence. It's basically an assault rifle, because somehow I literally get spawn peeked from the other side of the building. You tell me. I cannot stand playing against Frost, so use the C1. Which is almost every Frost player. Anyways, Jaeger. You can stop grenades now. I just really wanted to do that. Anyways, Jaeger is good. Denying grenades is good. Not having grenades anymore is good. His gun is good despite not having an ACOG. His other gun, the M870, is good. I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put Bandit here. Kaid. 12 gauge DMR. Electricity. Yeah. He is right where he belongs in A. He might be the most powerful 80-year-old ever. Cap can. Trap can. Maybe it's just my graphics settings, but the tripwires are invisible for me. Doesn't matter because I usually crouch a lot, and generally that gives me time to see the traps. So it depends. It's effective on some people. It isn't on some others. Generally, it's not that good in high level play. The suppressed sausage is a solid, high quality meme. The 9, like his SMG's decent. The GSH is God tier in Terrorist Hunt, but is not very good anywhere else. The PMM is good anywhere else. He's B. Legion is so unfun to fight against. Being a Monty and Thatcher main, especially on Monty, Legion can suck my D tier. I know he's a very valuable asset to his team, and the pseudo endless goo mines is like, it's good. Fighting against it kind of puts him infinitely at the bottom. Oh, I'm conflicted here again. You get the pass this time. Maestro. The king of removing walls. Also can go double shotty, just like Alibi. Also can remove just as many walls. However, Alibi has a better job. Anyways, the Evil Eye on paper is amazing. In practice, not so much, because it isn't passive. Once you die, no one can really use it as anything other than a bulletproof camera. The LMG's good. His sidearms are good. The Karados is basically a DMR. Yeah, both of these guys have good sidearms. I'm going to put him in C. Mira. One of the most valuable assets until you misclick and open up the hatch. The shotgun's bad. She can go double shotty as well. The Vector's a brat machine if you can control recoil. The USP is honestly one of my favorite pistols, but it's pretty average, to be honest. It used to be my main, which is something to note. B. it reveals a lot about like where like basically it can also kind of determine where people are, because usually if there's a mirror on a wall, you can safely assume there are people behind it. Keep in mind I'm in Copper 4. This really isn't my guide to make. Anyways, my two mains, Castle and Mute. I love Castle to death. The only that I think if they were to give him, I think that they need to buff him a little. Either like I know that giving him an extra armor plate would be OP as hell, because that would mean that he could basically cover his bases on any site. The UMP-45 is not that good. Its fire rate's abysmal. Its damage is just okay. The M1014, however, is so damn good. I love it. It's usually the thing I get clutch kills with. It is so I can't say enough good things about it. Its fire rate's amazing. Its damage is solid. Its iron sights are great. I love his ability. It forces people to use breach charges, or poor Monty in a 1v1. Mustafa, you have my condolences. Anyways, Castle is, while I'd love to put him in S, I'm gonna have to put him in P. I love Castle. Though if I'm being fair, that's just biased. I need to put him in B. Screw it, he's A. Suck my dick. Okay, Mute. Just like Thatcher, he denies so much. Mute is good. His shotgun, one of the best in the game. Now that he has the Brat machine, I'm struggling to figure out reasons why not to play him. I'd like to say I'm pretty good at Mute. I'm not really good at anyone. MP5K is alright. It doesn't have much recoil. It has a okay fire rate. I run shotgun because the Brat machine is kind of just totally my thing. Nitro cells are good. Here comes the bias, but I have to say, Mute is so good. You can't go wrong with Mute, I don't think. Pulse. Super unfun to fight against. I'm not going to keep him here. UMP-45. We went over this. Not good. Nitro cells with him. Okay, he can get the UMP-45 working good, because he can basically have wall hacks. He's kind of gimmicky, though he can also save your arse in a pinch. I know I'm going to piss a few people off by having him in B, but like, especially below Castle, because Castle has a horrendous pick rate. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tilt a few people. Rook. Every team should have a Rook. Smoke. I'm going to have to level with you. Being a German, I have to be careful where I place him. He has the Brat machine. He has the best area denial device, in my opinion. He has the Fugma. He has the Fugma. Take a look at this. He has the Fugma. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. It is just nothing is better than the Fugma. Thank you, Nock, for having it. Whew. Okay, take a look at this. Okay, the Fugma's just a meme. I'm not gonna lie, it's literally just a meme. However, in good hands, it is It is a very scary weapon. For having the Fugma alone, I want to put him in defenders, and I know it's the FMT, but it's just kind of an inside meme. We call it the Fugma. Me and my buddies. Anyways, the gas grenades honestly aren't that useful. They're not a passive. They are very situational at best. They're very easy to spot. Thatcher can delete them. There's a lot of downsides to them. I don't know. Tachanka. Usually people get accused of throwing when they play Tachanka, but I've seen a lot of people who actually play Tachanka seriously. Now, playing Tachanka and not throwing can be valuable. Playing Tachanka and throwing, which is actually very common, is a horrible hindrance. I'm going to have to put him in C. Unfortunately, because his ability is also kind of makes him a sitting duck, because deployable shields are gone at the moment. Okay, Recruito defense. You're throwing. Alright, that is it for my tier list. Let's see how many complaints we can get today. He belongs in the S tier. He has a Fugma. Okay, fine. Alright, cool. I think this works. Yeah, I'm gonna tilt so many people, and they're all gonna call me a brain dead noob. Let's make this 100%. Okay, zoom in here. This is my final tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed.